speaker than I am, but some of you may be aware that I took a little vacation last year. And
we barely noticed.
Before I went on vacation, I gave Mr. O'Neill, I call everybody Mr. and Ms. I confused the heck out of the chief this morning doing that. He thought we had an office full of warrant officers. I gave Mr. O'Neill a bit of a project, and that was to take care of the 450 filings. Now, for those of you that don't know what 450 filings are, there's over 300 people on the installation that have to tell their supervisors and the ethics counselor where they have their money. Now, most of these people are kind of crusty old civilians, and they look at Mr. O'Neill as sort of a junior officer. As a matter of fact, they look at most young JAG officers as sort of double-barred lieutenants, and they've got no experience in the military whatsoever, but they're walking around with captain's bar. So they're not real responsive sometimes when these folks call them and ask them to do things. And quite honestly, most people kind of take the attitude of, well, do whatever little I can do to get through this terrible project and onto something else. Well, that wasn't the way Captain O'Neill looked at it. He decided he was going to be the best in the Army. And it turned out he was the best in the Army. When I came back from leave, he'd come into the office a couple of times and he'd say, I've only got 5 outstanding reports. There's only 2 supervisors that haven't signed a report yet. I'll have this done as soon as I get the people that are TDY overseas to respond. And I would say, great, you're doing good. Little did I know that he really was doing good. Finally, he started getting calls from DA telling us what a wonderful job he was doing. And so, he was the best in the Army. And we'd like to recognize that today. So, I've got a letter here from Mr. Hancock, who is the program director. And he says, congratulations on earning a perfect FDM, that's Financial Disclosure Management score, of 1,000 in the recent OGE 450 filing season. You are the first in the Army to earn the highest possible score, far exceeding the current Army average of 544. Office of Government Ethics Regulations set a standard of 60 days for ethics officials to complete or at least preliminary review financial disclosure report. Your high success score indicates you timely acted on all assigned 450. So, thank you very much.
Attention orders. The Army Achievement Medal is awarded to Captain Michael T. O'Neill for exceptional meritorious achievement while serving as the Ethics Counsel for the Combined Arms Support Command in Fort Lee. Captain Michael O'Neill's management and oversight of the Financial Disclosure Management Program resulted in the first ever perfect score of 1,000 reports in the United States Army. Captain O'Neill's dedication to duty and tireless efforts reflect great credit upon himself, the Office of the Staff Judge Advocate, the Combined Arms Support Command, the JAG Corps, and the United States Army from 8 November 2010 to 28 February 2011. Signed, James L. Hodge, Major General.